This one goes out to Leah.
Here at Rick's Rusty Rex, we do plenty of financing. You can pay weekly on this 1979 Chrysler 300. Boys, we don't care about a little flaking paint. Never hurts a thing. This car will run down the road just fine for $49.95.95.
Last Saturday night, didn't know it was you, but you're looking alright. I didn't understand it, but I wanted you to know. Where did you come from, baby? Where did you go when, baby?
Well, hey, if you don't like fixing things and making them just like brand used, this channel may not be for you. Well, hey, are you going to go out and help Daddy today outside? It's almost 45 degrees outside. Okay, it's Rick here. Well, what we're going to do, it's about 45 degrees outside, so we're going to see if we can get the old Crusty Chrysler to break free on that right front brake. So I'm going to go get my tractor, and we're going to hook a chain up to it and give her a yank that way. All right, show you more.
Too high touch for me. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's easy. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Pull it over here if you want.
that's what we'll do. We'll listen to it. Maybe. All right, let's go for it. Okay, I think what we'll do is let's get the floor jack and put under here and see if we can turn the wheels and get it facing towards the garage. Okay, give her a little.
Fast, too slow.
No, you're doing fine. Okay. Fine.
Sorry about your exhaust. Do you want me to pop the trunk?
Oh, it's not your fault. It was already hanging down. Yeah, I got a whole family of dirt daubers on here. So, yep.
pup in far down?
No, that's, well, I'm gonna push it forward just a little. If we can. Go a little more. Right there. We're gonna have to get down in under here, and the chain is kind of hooked into that cross member there. There we go. Yeah, a little bent, but that never hurt nothing. Hey, it's Rick here. Well, we finally got the Crusty Chrysler over here by the garage, and I know it needs a good power washing, and we're going to do that. But today, what I want to do, because it's been sitting so long, is I want to pull the spark plugs out of it, and I'm going to put some kind of gooey, I don't know, penetrating oil, Marble mystery oil, transmission fluid, whatever we can find. Because I don't even want to try to turn it over until we actually soak the cylinders a little bit, because, you know, it's probably been at least 10 years since it's ran. We know it's not even been on the road since 1998. So I will at least want to soak that down a little bit before we try to bar the motor over. So anyway, all right, let's take a peek under the hood and we'll kind of get a game plan. Show you more. Okay, let's pop the hood on this beast. All right. Boy. Okay, well you can see that it's got the 364 4-barrel, and the engine code shows it. Yeah, and there's the electronic, or the spark control up there. Boy, I can't get that up. Man, that is really stuck on there. Let's take you down here a little bit. Let's see if we can get this popped open. I kind of wanted to gander in there and see if the carburetor looks like it's all gommed up, or goodness, I know that's got to come off there somehow. There, she's trying to come off now. Alright, there we go. That thing was rusted up on there. That's not a good sign. Let's see what we got here. Well, no mice nests. That's a good sign. Choke is closed on it, but the vacuum secondary is moved, so that's a good sign. All right. Dirt daubers here. Yeah, let's see if we got that off of there. And power steering. Let's just take a gander at that. Well, she's full. Well, that's an interesting thing. Okay. Air conditioning. This is the alternator. There's another. We don't need that on there. Looks like it's got the old original dryer on it for the air conditioning with the bubbles in it, so this may still have R12 in it if it hasn't all leaked out. There's another. Get that off of there. Alright, let's pull the air cleaner off and see if the throttle linkage is loose on it. Alright, show you more. Get around there and pop that off. Okay. That's the electronic spark crap there, so we'll have to just kind of move that out of the way. So now we can see the big old monster carburetor there. Well, I don't see any dirt daubers built down inside it, so that's a good thing. Let's see if this... Hey, it moves too. Heck yeah. Well, perhaps we can get it to fire off. I don't know. Let me get my shop vac and clean all this out. I don't want all that down in the engine. All right, show you more.
This one goes out to Leah tonight. Well, I've seen a picture of you last Saturday night. Didn't know it was you, but you're looking alright. I didn't understand it, but I wanted you to know. Where did you come from, baby? Where did you go when, baby? Yeah. Well, I hear you headed up to Southern California, where the weather is warmer and the air is golden. And you met up with a man, and he said he loved you, and you, baby. Yeah, and you, baby. Yeah, oh, and you, baby. I'll play it one time. Well, time was having, it didn't work out. We loved the boys more than he could love you. And I always wondered what would happen to my man, baby. And baby, yeah.
Okay, well, we got that vacuumed out, and at least you can kind of see what we got now. In a minute, I'll bring you in a little closer, but one of the things that really intrigues me about these old vehicles, these old Chryslers, is when I was in high school, a buddy of mine he always drove old Chryslers, and towards when we were in probably seniors, he had I think probably a 77 Dodge Monaco, I think. No, I can't remember. No, the Dodge Monaco was a 74, and it did not have this kind of engine in it. But he had a Magnum, and it had a 360, I think, a 360 4-barrel, this ignition spark control computer thingy. And that was a really fast car, and they've always intrigued me. He always had those Chrysler Plymouth or Dodges or whatever. And of course, I was driving a 71 Pinto back then, so, you know, big difference. But anyway, so, all right, let's bring you in here and let's take some of these spark plugs out and take a gander at them. All right, show you more. All right, well, we're back over here again. So, let's see. What I'm going to do is take my box here, and I've just marked in front of the engine so I know, and of course it's a 360, we all know that, but not the firing order, but the pistons, or the Chrysler calls this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this 360, and I think a 318, I'm not sure. So I'm going to lay that right up there, and what we're going to do is when we pull, we're going to start over here on this side since we're already over here. And this would be number 2, so we're going to see if we can ease off this boot. I don't want to tear up them things yet. Let's see if before we start buying stuff, I want to make sure it's going to run. So we're going to try our best to get that off of there without breaking the spark plug or the wire. There we go, there's one. Well, that's not one, that's 2, but that's one spark plug blew off. So let's see what we got here. Oh, them are actually big plugs. Okay, I figured they'd be small ones. All right, let me get a different one here. I guess you can kind of tell I ain't a Mopar man. I didn't know. I just assumed it'd be a 5/8 plug, being it's a 79. I'll take these gloves off. Got that one on there. Oh, well, came out easier than I thought. Let's see if we can slip this over there. Oh, one thing I want to do before I back that all the way out, I want to take my air gun and blow any creepy ghoulies out of there, because I don't want to put all that down in the cylinder wall. It's probably already got enough stuff down in there. And you know, maybe it's not bad. I don't know, guys. We're just gonna have to get in here and see, because I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. This spark plug is backing out a lot easier than I figured it would. The thing is we know it's been off the road all those years, but I don't know the last time it was started and ran. But like I've said before, the folks that I bought it from figured it had been at least 8 or 10 years. Okay. Well, it's definitely really carboned up. That's a lot of fuel. But, you know, it doesn't, you know, it's just sooty. No rust on that one. Ugh. Man. Gosh. So this is a RN12CY. Nope, YC, I'm sorry. Champion. Alright, so let's put that one up there. Okay. And let's see what else we got here. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and work those, and then I'll turn you back on when we get them all out. Show you more. Alright, guys. And gals. So, we got the spark plugs out of this. The only one that showed a lot of rust, and it was not on the inside, but rather the outside, probably rain leaking through this rusted out hood. And I'll show you that. It's number 8. And you can see that it's rusty here, and then number 6 was kind of like that a little, as well as 5. You can kind of see that. But if you look at the actual, there's no carbon on here at all. I mean, there's soot, but I can just wipe that off with my finger. So definitely going to just reuse these plugs. So what we're going to do now, and I'll move you over here and show you, is I'm going to take this PB Blaster, and it's got the big plus and minus on it, so you can really get with it if you want to, you know. But we're going to squirt some of this down in the cylinder walls, because I want to make sure that there's nothing, you know, down there to, I mean, the cylinder walls, if this car really has 100, well, if it has 12,000 on it, like maybe, but I don't think so, because the pedal inside is worn, and so I think it's more like it's 112,000. So if it's got that much wear on the cylinder walls, providing that the oil was changed regularly and things, the cylinder walls ought to be pretty good. But if it's sat there for a long time, moisture can accumulate inside that block from heating and cooling in the summertime, and it could cause those rings to actually stick to the cylinder walls. And I don't want a chance tearing a ring up. You know, if we break a couple of the oil rings and it starts using a bunch of oil, that's no good. And so I'm just trying to preserve it as well as we can. Remember, on this channel we fix things. You know, RC here in Indiana, the US of A, we try to make things like brand used. So with that said, let's spray a little of this down in there, and then we're going to screw the spark plugs back in just to keep other stuff out. And we're going to let it sit here. Today's warm, but it's supposed to get cold and snow tomorrow or some crazy thing. So we're going to leave it set for a while. It's not hurting anything. So anyway, all right, let's get with it. Doopy-doopy-doo. We're going to spray, let's just crank her up there. I ain't never used one of them things, but let's just put her up on full. And get this down in here. I don't know how much to put in there, just a bunch. Hell, it's harder to get this down in there than it is to... Okay. Let's see what we got here. Well, there we go, number 8. That one must be up that must be up on top dead center, because it didn't take a whole lot. Alright, let's screw these back down in there. And we're just going to hand tighten these. I'm not too worried about it. Just want to keep spiders or more rust from falling off the hood down in there. You know, we don't need that in cylinder walls. Give them a couple of turns. And I'm just sticking these spark plug bars back on because I don't want to get those, I I don't want to get them things crossed, you know, if we don't have to. So, all right, I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll show you more. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. Appreciate you all watching, and be sure and share and like. I think we're up to 456 subscribers now. That's great, man. You guys are building the channel. I hope you like it. Don't forget about the No Name Nationals coming up. We've got to get to 500 subscribers to participate, and we definitely want to go down and you know, check out the Holy Goat and see if we can get in a little drag racing ourselves. I don't know, maybe the car may fall apart if I take it down the drag strip. Who knows? And I was looking at the rules. Looks like I got to get some kind of a specialized helmet of some sort. So I guess my hard hat won't work, so I'll have to get something else. But anyway, thanks for coming along today. Be sure and share and like, and reach up there and hit that subscribe button. Only about 9% of you that watch my videos subscribe to the channel. That way, go ahead and subscribe. That way you get all of the updates, and you'll get all of the notifications and all that kind of stuff. So, alright. As always, we make things like brand used.